Hello there, welcome back to some more Disciples Liberation. What is this? This is a game that was part of a recent Humble Bundle monthly thingy bobby that my brother gets, and he gives me the games that he's not interested in, and I play them because I am interested in it. What is it? It's kind of like a sort of tile-based strategy game with RPG stuff in it. So if I show you what we're looking at, I'm like fairly early into the game. I'm still in chapter 1, but I'm level 19 and 20. If I show you what we're looking at, we've got units, okay? And they take up hexes on this sort of grid. And as we go through the game, we can level them up and we can fight different things. So, if you have a look on the map, we have different treasure chests, different things I can do. The quest I have to do right now is to go back to home, but let's do from the cradle to the grave. I can follow this arrow and go where I need to go. So let me show you what we're looking at. It's an RPG game because we play this main character, the warlord. It's Avyanna, right? Is that the name? Avi. No. Gotta get the name right. I don't want to get it wrong. So it's going to bother me. Avyanna. Yeah, Avyanna. Not Ileana. Avyanna. And so I wanted to go over and get these different things. This is like the thing you saw me at the very start, collecting resources. There's like a base building mechanic sort of thing where you hire different units. Let's go to the tomb of Tukulkan. Discover what lies beyond the locked door. I'll show you what the fights are like. So we can walk around. We can collect items in the this sort of overworld style thing. And then I'll show you what the actual combat's like. Right, we've got this strange wall. You pull out the stone key given by the bard and place it into what appears to be some kind of ancient locking mechanism. After a series of hammers and throws, the door throws itself open. Right, let's go to the tier of... Oh, is it tier or tear? I guess it's tier. Tier of Solonel. Or Soloniel. Let's do it. Around the jewel, a strange of the worldly light swirls. You feel anguish. Do not touch me, it begs. Touch me, it begs. Oh, I'll take the jewel. You wrap the strange jewel in a cloth, careful not to let it touch bare skin. You're suddenly overwhelmed by sadness. You sense the death of a love, mourning, followed by rage, a desire to rip your skin from your flesh, then nothing. This is a tear shed by Soloniel, the goddess of the livestream. I sense her somehow. Okay, so that's a quest complete. So I got some experience. If I have a look at the skill tree, I've got different points I can put into things. So in this case, what I'm going to do is probably go... It's not bad. It's not a bad chance. Yeah, I guess I should probably just... I think elves and humans will probably fight a lot, but I'm probably going to fight big boys. So I'm going to increase my giants, beasts, and dragons damage by 5%. Okay. Everything else is generic, you know, RPG stuff. You've got gear and you've got equipment. I'll show you because why not? You've got swords and armor pieces. Only the main character can equip anything. All the other units, for example, if I get Ejamar up here, they can equip a weapon and they can equip a shard, which is like some basic stat improvement. And the Backyard units, these like unnamed units, can only have shards. So what I should be doing probably is if I make sure these guys have good shards that they're interested in, because I want them to do more damage and things. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got some unholy damage. So if I take this one, I give him unholy damage plus 10%. I take this one, I give him unholy damage plus 10%. And I take this one, I give him unholy damage plus 10%. If these units die, it's like Fire Emblem, in the sense that if they die, they die. Like, they're done. But you get the shards back, so there's no reason not to use them. Really. You should be putting shards in everyone. The reason I didn't for this guy, Ejamar, is he's just physical damage, and I haven't got any physical damage upgrading. But I can give him 50 more health, so that might keep him alive a bit better. Cool. Right. Anyway. Let's go to Bone Appetit. Need to get out of here. Find the bones uniquely suited to the bone golem. The game has a sense of humour. There's lots of different things going on. Some of like the main storyline is voice acted. The side quests often aren't, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I grew up in the PS1 and 64 era where voice acting was a thing of the future, and I preferred it when they didn't have any. So it's that's fine. I don't mind at all. The voice acting is okay. It's like normal generic stuff. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not awful either. What is cool is I can press T anytime and go back to the base and then walk right back to where I was. So that's not a big problem. I can train my units as well to be higher level. So for 200 money, I can upgrade them to my level. Or it's 200 per level. So you don't have to worry about keeping everyone. Like, the problem with Fire Emblem I have sometimes is that if you get like a 6 or 7 party members you want to use all the time, you never want to use anyone else because they're like 12 levels behind you. So why would you use them? In this game, it's not too bad because you can upgrade the units you've got to just be your level and not worry about it. So you can actually do quite a lot of things with that. It's just nice. I like it anyway. I'm not too concerned about leaving units behind or letting them die or whatever, because it's just what it is. The enemies will do what they're going to do. And I can move on and buy new units. Obviously, if you lose too many units, you're going to start costing yourself some money, but in which case you would just wait for your mines to create you resources and then you can go. So it's almost like an idle game in that way. But I've never actually had to wait yet. The game's not that hard. I'm playing on normal rather than like super difficult, break your own balls in half difficulty. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I think, yeah, we have to go through there. So I have to find a way to get there. So that's the ruined tombs. If I go to the sealed tombs, maybe I can actually go. Oh, there's also a block path to the gateway. Yeah, okay, so another cool thing. So you've got basic generic units, like these guys, and then you've got companions, which are the ones with the special borders. You can only have 2 of them, but each one, every single one, does a special thing. So there are a few guys. There's a guy who can break corrupted ropes or like vines. There's a priestess who can heal corrupted ground. The Ejamar, the last guy I got, can go through these portals. These special gateways, and he can fix them. And once we fix them, we can teleport through them, and we get to the ruined tombs. So that's exactly what I have to do. Our equipment. So we've got a chainmail piece. We can see if it's better. It's not, so I'm not bothered about it. You can break them down into components as well. I haven't felt the need to do that either yet, but hello. Right, so here's some undead minions. Because it's a boss fight, I might not be able to skip them, but if you're strong enough, you can have this conquer button. So if there's like a random encounter, for example, I could skip the fight altogether, still get full XP, sort of like an Earthbound situation where you walk into an enemy and they instantly die. You can do that in this game, and that's cool because it means you don't have to waste your time with fights you're definitely not going to lose. Right, so let's show you what the fights are actually like. So everyone has a movement. Avyanna has 4 move, and everyone has 2 AP. So the different pips are what you can do. So a blue pip is a move, so you have a movement thing, and a yellow is either a movement or an attack. And a red, like for example the priestesses have this red, a red is only an attack. So for example the priestess can only move then attack, but Avyanna could move then move, or move and attack. And Coruscandra, the high priestess, has 2 yellows, so she could attack, or attack move, or move attack, or move move. So it's actually quite cool how that works. So I'm going to just chill for a minute. I'm going to press tab and let my turn go. They will probably also do that. So I'm going to heal up a bit. I'm going to give myself strong. And I'm going to move into range of the enemies and move forward a bit with everyone else. So 4 move could get them there here, so I'm just going to be a bit careful and try not to let everyone get into my range. But I'm going to move forward enough that they actually have something to do. Because otherwise they just camp out and chill for a bit. What is different to some games in the genre, units cannot pass through each other. So you can block your own units, but they can block themselves too. So I play another game, Gloomhaven, which is based on a board game. In that game, you can move through your own units, so they can move through their own units. and it makes a big difference to how the game's actually played. Also, we've got these backline units. They don't do anything, well, they can do offensive things, but I can't control them. They just do their own things, basically. Right, so I'm immobilized and bleeding. I've never actually fought a bone golem before yet. But luckily, Kamisandra's ranged, and I'm in range, so it's fine. Doctrine wise, poison attack, that's fine. You're going to move forward, but you're blocked by the bone golem, so you can't go forward. You're going to run around, but you're blocked. You're going to go nowhere. And I've got a mage in the back, who I don't think can reach us, but maybe can cast Contagion. Yeah. So everyone has, like, essentially, a big move and a small move. The 2 is often the big move, and the 1 is often the small move. So, what I mean by that is like a basic attack, 1 is like your basic attack, and 2 is like a special move. Now, luckily, like I said, Kamisandra's is ranged, so I'm going to attack from ranged on the bone golem. Ejimar is also ranged, except he's ranged in an interesting way. His range is like line attacks. So I'm going to go through and a line attack him on. You don't hurt yourself, so that's fine. This succubus I picked up from a level, I just like found them. So I'm going to heal Ejimar. These guys are going to do what they're going to do. Hit me. Your companions, your named characters, can't die, but they can. Like, they can lose, but you don't lose them forever, unlike normal units. Named characters only, like, sort of go back to 1 HP at the end of the fight. And they still get, even if you lose a unit, like a companion, they still get full health at the end of the fight. So that's good. Because you don't want to have your companions not get anything from the fight. It's just bad. You don't want that. So I'm going to use some dark missiles, kill them. I'm going to try and take out this bone golem as best as I can. And now my backline units are going to heal me. One is going to make us a bit more resilient and agile and dodgy. Yeah, and like that. So that's how the fight generally goes. They can also have backline units. So these 2 wizards are going to cast some spells from the backline, and I can't kill them. But you don't have to. You only have to kill frontline units. If there's a special technique or something you have to do, it will tell you here. It will say survive for 3 rounds or kill the big boss or whatever, and it will tell you what you have to do. If it doesn't, it's just like a rout. You just kill, routing the enemy. Just kill them all. Right. So now we're in a fairly good position. I can run up here and hit everyone with a pretty big attack and make them all on fire and all that shit. It's all good. Then hit him, and then I can hopefully... Can't kill him, but I can do almost killing him. If I get a crit, I would kill him. Yeah, I did. Nice. He's self-destruct. I didn't know he was going to do that. Okay, luckily it didn't do a huge amount of damage. Okay. Then let's set by trying to explode these guys. Magic seems really, really powerful in this game, from what I can see. Right, that guy has a special thing. When he dies, he gets half his health back. Well, I'm going to kill this wizard before he fucks me up. And then Ejimar can go and do a bone doofer. It will hit my own unit, but that's fine. I can work around that. Now, if I do this, then they will die if they try and move. Yeah, my backline unit healed me, so that's fine. They are smart enough to always heal the weakest unit or whatever. They're not... I've never had anything where I've thought, why did they do that? It always seems fairly logical what they're doing. So, yeah, these guys are going to have to... Basically what this field does is it hurts them as they move through it. So they get confused if they go through it and whatever. Now these guys are basically all dead because they're going to try and run towards me, but it's going to take them a while. And these guys are going to run towards me, that's going to take them a while too. Alright, so let me show you something. So, Avyanna is also a mage. She can cast spells. So if I press B, I can get my spell book out. I can do a cleaving strike, and if I kill the person who has it, I get my gold AP back. So I can do it again. Now AP is quite, like, I haven't got a lot of it, so 20 is quite expensive. But it's pretty nice as an option.
Reach your fate.
I'll go back here. Out of the goop. Don't want to be in the goop. Let's move forward a bit. I confused myself because I walked through the goop. Luckily it doesn't matter. Then I can kill you. I can end this. Right, so let's walk up. Don't think I can do anything from here, that's fine. Do something from here though. Enemies have their own resistances too, so for example these guys, I think, because they're all undead, they're pretty resistant to dark. And all my damage is dark, so I guess later in the game I'm probably going to have to be more confident with what I'm actually using, damage-wise. But for now, my dark damage type seems okay. What's good is when they respawn, they go at the very end of the stack, so after all my units go again. So it's not actually that good for them to go back like that. The defensive strike is their big attack. That's their big move. Also, cooldowns, right? So I use the big heals and the big damage and stuff. I can get them back. That's not a problem. For now, I guess because I can't get there, I'll just heal.
Face your death.
I have a heal, so I'll use it. This thing has quite a lot of health, but not so much that I have to be too scared about it. It's just my priestess doesn't do much damage. She's more supposed to be for healing than she is for damage. There's no ranged penalty for magic or anything. There's not like disadvantage or anything, so it's not like the most complicated system in the world. But I'm fine with that. There are plenty of other games where it's very complicated, so I'm not too concerned about it. I'll get back in full. Now I can kill, or try and kill as much as I can.
You will be purged.
You will be purged. Right, so I'm done this turn. So that guy at the end is going to be able to hit me, but the other one won't. So we'll see how we get on. I'm already at max speed, by the way. Normally it's 3 times slower than this. So if there was one negative thing I would say about the game, is that I wish there was like a 600% speed, or like a Fire Emblem. Just automate the enemy's turn for me. Just like let me play my turn and let the enemy automate their turn and tell me what happened. So now that could lead to me dying and things, but that's my own fault.
You're done.
You're done.
Act now.
Flanking is a thing, so the reason why I'm walking around behind enemies and things is because flanking is a thing. It doesn't matter for magic though, so that's why I'm not bothered by doing with the mages, because most of my attacks are mages. In fact, everyone besides Avyanna is a mage, so. Cool. So we've got some money, got some upgrades. And I get this strange bone. Strewn about the place are the broken bits of bones. The bones of children are not far beyond. Certain of these bones look like they're used in a ritual, but strange. They're broken violently without but for these they're broken violently without reason, which is strange. Violently and without reason. Also on the overworld you can find healing fountains and things. So if I have a look for one. Yeah, there's one at the entrance to the town. So if I go and heal up, then I can do the good. The world map has 4 different zones you can go to. And what's even better is, for example, if I go to the map and I go to resources and I search for resources I haven't got, it tells me I've got everything, and if I didn't, I could click it and it would take me to the fight straight away. There's lots and lots and lots of these little quality of life things that are actually like really nice, and I appreciate it a lot. Now I don't see, and I've been blind before, where the bones are. So if I have a look, oh okay, that's in Dwarf Zone. I haven't been to Dwarf Zone, so I can't go there. This one I can do though, Heurig. So if I go to Portal, I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. If I go to World Map, that's what I meant to do, and go to Heurig, then I can teleport to here. How do I do that again? Oh yeah, here. There you go. Right, click like that. I teleport to Yudik, and then it'll tell me where to go from here. So I just go across. You'll notice there are going to be some fights I haven't done, because some of them are quite scary. That's actually even further over. Okay. Yeah, there are going to be some fights that are like a full stack of level 25s or a full stack of level 30s or whatever. There are quite a few monsters that are guarding treasures and things that I haven't done because the treasure level is like too high. So for example, this lad, there's like 6 or 8 level 20s. I could probably win now. But when I first came here, I was like level 9, so I was definitely not going to win. I think there's some others down here too. I just want to show you. Yeah, there's like some level 12s. I can easily kill them, so I'm going to conquer them. And I just win. I get all the XP I would have otherwise got, and everything's the same, except I don't have to fight them. So, because I'm so high level compared to them, the game thinks you'd have to try to lose, so why even bother making you fight them? Which I actually really appreciate. I like it a lot. It streamlines the game. Although I like grinding in RPGs quite a bit, I could understand why, as a player, you might not like it. You might think it's boring. So having a game that lets you just say, oh, you know what, fuck it. Like, you're definitely going to win, so let me just let you win, is kind of cool. I like it. I appreciate that. It values the player's time, I feel like. And a lot of JRPGs... This isn't a JRPG video, but a lot of JRPGs don't value the player's time at all. They think playing the game is the value itself, which is not necessarily true. Right, so it's going to be in the Uru Mines, I think. It will soon tell me. The light will be above the door, if it's where I'm supposed to go. No, so it looks like where I'm supposed to go is actually somewhere completely... It's like on top of here. Now, how do I get there? I guess I could... Oh, there's a gate somewhere. Aha! Okay. So I need to go down here. Alright. I need to go down to the gate. So that's what I'm going to go do now. So we go to find this gate. There'll be a gate down here somewhere. And as you unlock more party members that can do more things, you can go to further places and do interesting things. So there are things that now I can do that I couldn't do before, which is nice. It's just a lot of different things the game has on offer. Let's go here. So, open the gateway. Oh, rip. So you have a little intrigue, like, oh, what's this area? It's new and interesting. Amidst the ever-burning wreckage of the demonic lands, you discover a stack of torn pages. Curiously, they do not burn. The Tome of Abominations, they are drawings of the anatomy of everything from a Dracolich to an infernal golem. Read it, please. The scribe goes on for ages, cataloguing every monstrous creation born from the rage of Bethesda after Nevendar as sullied by the lesser gods. Read about the third epoch. Of the 4 epochs in Eringar, Holintoth, Baal, Fagan, and Dissidus, the third wrought the sweetest suffering. For 20 millennia, the High Father abandoned Nevendar. Bethesda trapped within rage. Fires erupted across the land, and from that fire and rage, demons were born. So this tome must have been written in the 4th epoch. It survived the Inquisition, 2 great wars, and the fall of the dwarves. Incredible. Read about the creation of monsters. The tome primarily focuses on the birth of abominations, not demons, which are born of the fire of Bethesda's fury, but something far older. In unseen places and ancient sites, these creatures lurk, infecting the minds of all, even the gods. It says these creatures serve a god older than the High Father, but there's no god older than the High Father. Read about spells. A great many of the pages are mad scratches of unfamiliar runic symbols. Atop every page, the sketch of a merfolk eye sprouting wings. Too much of the writing has been torn. I can't tell if the incantations here summon the creatures or destroy them. Take it and leave. You pack the tome of abominations, your belongings, and ride off. Cool. So I'm going to return to the... Right, so let's just go back to the world map. Back to Greyleaf. Because this is where I'm going. And straight back to Tukulkan. It could be Tukulkan, but I think it's Tukulkan. Let's go back to the place. These are just side quests. The main story is just for me to go to the 4th area, which is the dwarf area. You got classic elves, dwarves, demons. You know. Yeah, see, like here, there's a chest here, but there's like 9 level 20s. And they're all werewolves. I'll come back when I'm stronger. Right. So we go... The Tukulkan is the book. You know where the hidden wall was? There was a book there. The book is the thing I'm looking at. To the book. Alright, lad. Come on, auto pathfinding. You can do it. Yeah. The grimoire Tukulkan senses your warmth and invites you closer. The Huntress of Tomes returns, as expected. Have you found my wayward pages? Let's discuss the tomes. I found the Tome of Mortals. In the Hall of Souls I found this. It's marked Tome of Mortals. Huntress of Tomes, return her to me. The Tome of Mortals leaps from your hands, releasing a wet gasp from its pages as it presses its body deep to the grimoire. Only one more tome, then you'll be restored for better or worse. I found the Tome of Abominations. In Hurrick, I found this, the Tome of Abominations. You hold the tome aloft, its ragged edges warp like living tendrils around the spine of Tukulkan. Ispicia Suprema Sticasa, my child. Suprema Sticol. With the third and final tome returned, the Tukulkan unfurls before you, horrible, pulsing and alive. In the wrong hands it can be used to destroy the world, in the right hands it can do much the same. Huntress of Tomes, on my pages you sought an answer to the problem of freeing the undead from Mortis's cold grasp. My pages are yours, should you want them. You must be destroyed. In you, Mortis's cruel mind was let loose. Her reign must come to an end, and so must you. Your aim passes your torch, we press the fleshy page of the ancient book. It squeals and hisses, then screams as it bursts into flames. The towering inferno gushes into the sky, then almost as suddenly is gone. It's finally dead. Thousands of years of Mortis's deceptions gone. You know she'll never forgive you for this. Forget later, act now. If she wants revenge, let her come. This is the right thing to do. Sure, but just the same, let's scare her before she comes looking, no? So I got faction with the undead hordes. The undead hordes want to leave this this demon woman. So we got friendly with all these guys. Basically what it means is as we get these units, they are stronger and stronger, depending on what we do. The elves I'm going to try and make hate me. I don't even know if it's possible to make them all hate you, but I guess for now I should do that. Okay. So this is the game. This is what it's about. I would probably have done a full playthrough if I'd have known I'd like it before I started, but now I've kind of started. I'm not going to start all over again. I've played for about 10 hours, 11 hours at this point, something like that. Maybe a bit less. Actually, I can tell you how long I've played for. It's in the save menu. Yeah, 10 hours at this point. And that's before this. It'll be 11 hours now. So yeah, I think the game's probably about 30 or 40 hours long, maybe a bit less. I don't know, but that's the game. As always, the link to it on Steam will be there. I like it. It's perfectly fine. It's not the most groundbreaking thing of all time, but what game is these days? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next year, which is in a day, for something completely different. See you then. Goodbye.